Sport.
She loved playing sport when she was at school. She loved playing sport when she was at school. The sport required both skill and physical fitness. The sport required both skill and physical fitness. They watched their favorite sport on television every weekend. They watched their favorite sport on television every weekend.
Football.
She played football for the local team every Saturday. She played football for the local team every Saturday. The football match was exciting and went into extra time. The football match was exciting and went into extra time. They supported their favorite football club. They supported their favorite football club.
Basketball.
She joined the basketball team at university. She joined the basketball team at university. The basketball game was tied with only seconds remaining. The basketball game was tied with only seconds remaining. They practiced basketball shooting every evening. They practiced basketball shooting every evening.
Tennis.
She took tennis lessons to improve her game. She took tennis lessons to improve her game. The tennis match lasted for over 3 hours. The tennis match lasted for over 3 hours. They played tennis at the local club every weekend. They played tennis at the local club every weekend.
Swimming.
She went swimming at the pool 3 times a week. She went swimming at the pool 3 times a week. The swimming competition was held at the Olympic pool. The swimming competition was held at the Olympic pool. They learned swimming when they were children. They learned swimming when they were children.
Running.
She went running in the park every morning. She went running in the park every morning. The running race was 5 kilometers long. The running race was 5 kilometers long. They trained for the marathon by running every day. They trained for the marathon by running every day.
Cycling.
She enjoyed cycling through the countryside on weekends. She enjoyed cycling through the countryside on weekends. The cycling race covered over 100 miles. The cycling race covered over 100 miles. They went cycling along the coastal path. They went cycling along the coastal path.
Golf.
She played golf at the local course every Sunday. She played golf at the local course every Sunday. The golf tournament attracted players from around the world. The golf tournament attracted players from around the world. They spent the afternoon playing golf with friends. They spent the afternoon playing golf with friends.
Volleyball.
She played volleyball on the beach during her holiday. She played volleyball on the beach during her holiday. The volleyball team won the championship match. The volleyball team won the championship match. They set up a volleyball net in the garden. They set up a volleyball net in the garden.
Rugby.
She watched the rugby match at the stadium. She watched the rugby match at the stadium. The rugby team trained hard for the upcoming match. The rugby team trained hard for the upcoming match. They played rugby for their school team. They played rugby for their school team.
Cricket.
She enjoyed watching cricket matches during the summer. She enjoyed watching cricket matches during the summer. The cricket match lasted for 5 days. The cricket match lasted for 5 days. They played cricket on the village green. They played cricket on the village green.
Baseball.
She learned to play baseball when she moved to America. She learned to play baseball when she moved to America. The baseball game went into extra innings. The baseball game went into extra innings. They watched the Baseball World Series on television. They watched the Baseball World Series on television.
Hockey.
She played hockey for the university team. She played hockey for the university team. The hockey match was fast-paced and exciting. The hockey match was fast-paced and exciting. They trained for hockey 3 times a week. They trained for hockey 3 times a week.
Athletics.
She competed in athletics at the school sports day. She competed in athletics at the school sports day. The athletics competition included running, jumping, and throwing events. The athletics competition included running, jumping, and throwing events. They watched the athletics events at the Olympic Games. They watched the athletics events at the Olympic Games.
Gymnastics.
She practiced gymnastics at the local sports center. She practiced gymnastics at the local sports center. The gymnastics routine required strength and flexibility. The gymnastics routine required strength and flexibility. They admired the gymnastics performance at the competition. They admired the gymnastics performance at the competition.
Boxing.
She trained in boxing to improve her fitness. She trained in boxing to improve her fitness. The boxing match was scheduled for 12 rounds. The boxing match was scheduled for 12 rounds. They watched the heavyweight boxing championship. They watched the heavyweight boxing championship.
Martial arts.
She studied martial arts to learn self-defense. She studied martial arts to learn self-defense. The martial arts class focused on discipline and technique. The martial arts class focused on discipline and technique. They earned a black belt in martial arts after years of training. They earned a black belt in martial arts after years of training.
Skiing.
She went skiing in the Alps during the winter holiday. She went skiing in the Alps during the winter holiday. The skiing conditions were perfect with fresh snow. The skiing conditions were perfect with fresh snow. They learned skiing on the beginner slopes. They learned skiing on the beginner slopes.
Snowboarding.
She tried snowboarding for the first time on her holiday. She tried snowboarding for the first time on her holiday. The snowboarding competition featured impressive tricks. The snowboarding competition featured impressive tricks. They rented snowboarding equipment at the resort. They rented snowboarding equipment at the resort.
Surfing.
She learned to go surfing while on holiday in Australia. She learned to go surfing while on holiday in Australia. The surfing conditions were ideal with good waves. The surfing conditions were ideal with good waves. They spent the morning surfing at the beach. They spent the morning surfing at the beach.
Team.
She joined the school team for the upcoming tournament. She joined the school team for the upcoming tournament. The team worked together to win the championship. The team worked together to win the championship. They supported their local team at every home match. They supported their local team at every home match.
Player.
She was the best player on the team. She was the best player on the team. The player scored the winning goal in the final minute. The player scored the winning goal in the final minute. They became a professional player after years of training. They became a professional player after years of training.
Coach.
She worked as a coach for the youth football team. She worked as a coach for the youth football team. The coach gave instructions to the players during the match. The coach gave instructions to the players during the match. They learned valuable skills from their coach. They learned valuable skills from their coach.
Match.
She watched the match from the stands with her friends. She watched the match from the stands with her friends. The match was postponed due to bad weather. The match was postponed due to bad weather. They attended every home match of the season. They attended every home match of the season.
Game.
She played a game of tennis with her neighbor. She played a game of tennis with her neighbor. The game was exciting and went down to the wire. The game was exciting and went down to the wire. They enjoyed playing board games in the evening. They enjoyed playing board games in the evening.
Competition.
She entered the competition to test her skills. She entered the competition to test her skills. The competition attracted athletes from all over the country. The competition attracted athletes from all over the country. They won first place in the competition. They won first place in the competition.
Tournament.
She qualified for the tournament after winning the regional championship. She qualified for the tournament after winning the regional championship. The tournament lasted for 2 weeks. The tournament lasted for 2 weeks. They watched the final of the tournament on television. They watched the final of the tournament on television.
Championship.
She competed in the national championship last year. She competed in the national championship last year. The championship was held at the Olympic Stadium. The championship was held at the Olympic Stadium. They trained hard to qualify for the championship. They trained hard to qualify for the championship.
Stadium.
She visited the stadium to watch the football match. She visited the stadium to watch the football match. The stadium could hold over 50,000 spectators. The stadium could hold over 50,000 spectators. They bought tickets for the match at the stadium. They bought tickets for the match at the stadium.
Pitch.
She played on the pitch every Saturday morning. She played on the pitch every Saturday morning. The pitch was in excellent condition for the match. The pitch was in excellent condition for the match. They maintained the pitch throughout the season. They maintained the pitch throughout the season.
Court.
She booked the tennis court for 2 hours. She booked the tennis court for 2 hours. The court was resurfaced before the tournament. The court was resurfaced before the tournament. They played basketball on the outdoor court. They played basketball on the outdoor court.
Ball.
She kicked the ball into the goal. She kicked the ball into the goal. The ball went out of bounds and had to be retrieved. The ball went out of bounds and had to be retrieved. They practiced passing the ball during training. They practiced passing the ball during training.
Goal.
She scored a goal in the final minute of the match. She scored a goal in the final minute of the match. The goal was disallowed by the referee. The goal was disallowed by the referee. They celebrated after scoring the winning goal. They celebrated after scoring the winning goal.
Referee.
She trained to become a referee for local matches. She trained to become a referee for local matches. The referee blew the whistle to stop play. The referee blew the whistle to stop play. They respected the referee's decisions during the match. They respected the referee's decisions during the match.
Score.
She checked the score on the scoreboard. She checked the score on the scoreboard. The score was tied at 2 goals each. The score was tied at 2 goals each. They celebrated when the score showed they had won. They celebrated when the score showed they had won.
Win.
She hoped to win the championship this year. She hoped to win the championship this year. The team managed to win despite being behind at half-time. The team managed to win despite being behind at half-time. They were delighted to win their first match of the season. They were delighted to win their first match of the season.
Lose.
She was disappointed to lose the match in the final minutes. She was disappointed to lose the match in the final minutes. The team didn't want to lose their unbeaten record. The team didn't want to lose their unbeaten record. They learned from their mistakes after they lost. They learned from their mistakes after they lost.
Draw.
She was satisfied with a draw against the stronger team. She was satisfied with a draw against the stronger team. The match ended in a draw with both teams scoring 2 goals. The match ended in a draw with both teams scoring 2 goals. They were disappointed with the draw after leading for most of the match. They were disappointed with the draw after leading for most of the match.
Training.
She attended training sessions 3 times a week. She attended training sessions 3 times a week. The training was intense and focused on improving fitness. The training was intense and focused on improving fitness. They missed training due to bad weather. They missed training due to bad weather.
Practice.
She went to practice every Tuesday and Thursday evening. She went to practice every Tuesday and Thursday evening. The practice session helped improve their skills. The practice session helped improve their skills. They needed more practice before the competition. They needed more practice before the competition.
Fitness.
She worked on her fitness by going to the gym regularly. She worked on her fitness by going to the gym regularly. The fitness test was part of the selection process. The fitness test was part of the selection process. They improved their fitness through regular exercise. They improved their fitness through regular exercise.
Exercise.
She did exercise every morning before work. She did exercise every morning before work. The exercise routine included running and strength training. The exercise routine included running and strength training. They found that regular exercise improved their health. They found that regular exercise improved their health.
Medal.
She won a gold medal at the Olympic Games. She won a gold medal at the Olympic Games. The medal was presented by the mayor at the ceremony. The medal was presented by the mayor at the ceremony. They were proud to receive a medal for their achievement. They were proud to receive a medal for their achievement.
Trophy.
She lifted the trophy after winning the championship. She lifted the trophy after winning the championship. The trophy was displayed in the club's trophy cabinet. The trophy was displayed in the club's trophy cabinet. They celebrated winning the trophy with their teammates. They celebrated winning the trophy with their teammates.
Victory.
She celebrated the victory with her teammates. She celebrated the victory with her teammates. The victory was hard-fought and well-deserved. The victory was hard-fought and well-deserved. They were thrilled with their victory in the final. They were thrilled with their victory in the final.
Defeat.
She was disappointed by the defeat but remained positive. She was disappointed by the defeat but remained positive. The defeat taught them valuable lessons for the future. The defeat taught them valuable lessons for the future. They learned from their defeat and came back stronger. They learned from their defeat and came back stronger.
Badminton.
She played badminton at the sports club every week. She played badminton at the sports club every week. The badminton match was fast-paced and exciting. The badminton match was fast-paced and exciting. They set up a badminton net in the garden. They set up a badminton net in the garden.
Table tennis.
She played table tennis in the recreation room. She played table tennis in the recreation room. The table tennis tournament attracted players from across the region. The table tennis tournament attracted players from across the region. They practiced table tennis to improve their reflexes. They practiced table tennis to improve their reflexes.
Squash.
She booked a squash court for an hour. She booked a squash court for an hour. The squash match was intense and physically demanding. The squash match was intense and physically demanding. They played squash twice a week to stay fit. They played squash twice a week to stay fit.
Rowing.
She joined the rowing club at university. She joined the rowing club at university. The rowing race took place on the river. The rowing race took place on the river. They trained for rowing early in the morning. They trained for rowing early in the morning.
Sailing.
She learned sailing during her summer holiday. She learned sailing during her summer holiday. The sailing competition was held in the harbor. The sailing competition was held in the harbor. They enjoyed sailing on the lake at weekends. They enjoyed sailing on the lake at weekends.
Climbing.
She took up climbing as a new hobby. She took up climbing as a new hobby. The climbing wall at the gym was challenging. The climbing wall at the gym was challenging. They went rock climbing in the mountains. They went rock climbing in the mountains.
Yoga.
She attended yoga classes twice a week. She attended yoga classes twice a week. The yoga session helped her relax and unwind. The yoga session helped her relax and unwind. They practiced yoga in the park on sunny mornings. They practiced yoga in the park on sunny mornings.
Pilates.
She did Pilates to improve her core strength. She did Pilates to improve her core strength. The Pilates class focused on flexibility and posture. The Pilates class focused on flexibility and posture. They found Pilates helpful for their back pain. They found Pilates helpful for their back pain.
Diving.
She went diving in the Mediterranean Sea. She went diving in the Mediterranean Sea. The diving competition featured impressive acrobatic moves. The diving competition featured impressive acrobatic moves. They learned scuba diving during their holiday. They learned scuba diving during their holiday.
Wrestling.
She watched the wrestling match at the sports center. She watched the wrestling match at the sports center. The wrestling competition required strength and technique. The wrestling competition required strength and technique. They trained in wrestling to improve their self-defense skills. They trained in wrestling to improve their self-defense skills.
Fencing.
She took up fencing as a new sport. She took up fencing as a new sport. The fencing match was fast and required quick reflexes. The fencing match was fast and required quick reflexes. They learned fencing techniques at the sports club. They learned fencing techniques at the sports club.
Archery.
She practiced archery at the local archery range. She practiced archery at the local archery range. The archery competition tested accuracy and concentration. The archery competition tested accuracy and concentration. They learned archery as part of their outdoor activities. They learned archery as part of their outdoor activities.
Shooting.
She competed in shooting at the national championships. She competed in shooting at the national championships. The shooting range was equipped with modern facilities. The shooting range was equipped with modern facilities. They practiced shooting to improve their accuracy. They practiced shooting to improve their accuracy.
Horse racing.
She attended the horse racing event at the racecourse. She attended the horse racing event at the racecourse. The horse racing season attracted many spectators. The horse racing season attracted many spectators. They watched the horse racing on television every Saturday. They watched the horse racing on television every Saturday.
Motor racing.
She followed motor racing and knew all the drivers. She followed motor racing and knew all the drivers. The motor racing championship was broadcast live. The motor racing championship was broadcast live. They attended the motor racing event at the circuit. They attended the motor racing event at the circuit.
Spectator.
She was a spectator at the football match. She was a spectator at the football match. The spectators cheered loudly when their team scored. The spectators cheered loudly when their team scored. They joined thousands of spectators at the stadium. They joined thousands of spectators at the stadium.
Fan.
She was a dedicated fan of the local football team. She was a dedicated fan of the local football team. The fan wore the team's colors to show support. The fan wore the team's colors to show support. They met other fans at the match. They met other fans at the match.
League.
She followed the Premier League matches every week. She followed the Premier League matches every week. The league table showed their team in first place. The league table showed their team in first place. They competed in the regional league throughout the season. They competed in the regional league throughout the season.
Season.
She looked forward to the new football season. She looked forward to the new football season. The season started in August and ended in May. The season started in August and ended in May. They had a successful season, winning most of their matches. They had a successful season, winning most of their matches.
Halftime.
She went to get a drink during halftime. She went to get a drink during halftime. The halftime score was 1-0. The halftime score was 1-0. They discussed tactics during the halftime break. They discussed tactics during the halftime break.
Extra time.
The match went into extra time after a draw. The match went into extra time after a draw. The extra time period lasted for 30 minutes. The extra time period lasted for 30 minutes. They scored the winning goal in extra time. They scored the winning goal in extra time.
Penalty.
She scored from the penalty spot. She scored from the penalty spot. The penalty was awarded after a foul in the box. The penalty was awarded after a foul in the box. They missed the penalty and lost the match. They missed the penalty and lost the match.
Foul.
She committed a foul and received a yellow card. She committed a foul and received a yellow card. The foul resulted in a free kick for the opposing team. The foul resulted in a free kick for the opposing team. They protested the foul, but the referee's decision stood. They protested the foul, but the referee's decision stood.
Yellow card.
She received a yellow card for unsporting behavior. She received a yellow card for unsporting behavior. The yellow card was shown after a dangerous tackle. The yellow card was shown after a dangerous tackle. They were warned that another yellow card would mean a red card. They were warned that another yellow card would mean a red card.
Red card.
She was shown a red card and sent off the pitch. She was shown a red card and sent off the pitch. The red card meant the team had to play with 10 players. The red card meant the team had to play with 10 players. They received a red card for violent conduct. They received a red card for violent conduct.
Offside.
She was caught offside and the goal was disallowed. She was caught offside and the goal was disallowed. The offside rule can be difficult to understand. The offside rule can be difficult to understand. They protested the offside decision, but it was correct. They protested the offside decision, but it was correct.
Corner.
She took the corner kick and crossed the ball into the box. She took the corner kick and crossed the ball into the box. The corner resulted in a goal for their team. The corner resulted in a goal for their team. They won a corner after the defender cleared the ball. They won a corner after the defender cleared the ball.
Throw-in.
She took a throw-in from the sideline. She took a throw-in from the sideline. The throw-in was taken quickly to catch the opposition off guard. The throw-in was taken quickly to catch the opposition off guard. They practiced throw-in techniques during training. They practiced throw-in techniques during training.
Serve.
She had a powerful serve in tennis. She had a powerful serve in tennis. The serve was an ace and won the point. The serve was an ace and won the point. They practiced their serve to improve their game. They practiced their serve to improve their game.
Ace.
She served an ace to win the game. She served an ace to win the game. The ace was too fast for the opponent to return. The ace was too fast for the opponent to return. They celebrated after hitting an ace on match point. They celebrated after hitting an ace on match point.
Rally.
She won a long rally with an impressive shot. She won a long rally with an impressive shot. The rally lasted for over 20 shots. The rally lasted for over 20 shots. They enjoyed the exciting rally during the match. They enjoyed the exciting rally during the match.
Set.
She won the first set 6-4. She won the first set 6-4. The set was closely contested with both players playing well. The set was closely contested with both players playing well. They needed to win one more set to win the match. They needed to win one more set to win the match.
Point.
She scored a point with a well-placed shot. She scored a point with a well-placed shot. The point brought the score level. The point brought the score level. They needed one more point to win the game. They needed one more point to win the game.
Racket.
She bought a new tennis racket for the tournament. She bought a new tennis racket for the tournament. The racket was strung with high-quality strings. The racket was strung with high-quality strings. They chose a lightweight racket for better control. They chose a lightweight racket for better control.
Bat.
She held the cricket bat ready to face the bowler. She held the cricket bat ready to face the bowler. The bat was made from willow wood. The bat was made from willow wood. They practiced their swing with the bat before the match. They practiced their swing with the bat before the match.
Helmet.
She always wore a helmet when cycling. She always wore a helmet when cycling. The helmet protected her head in case of an accident. The helmet protected her head in case of an accident. They made sure to wear a helmet for safety. They made sure to wear a helmet for safety.
Kit.
She put on her team's kit before the match. She put on her team's kit before the match. The kit included a shirt, shorts, and socks. The kit included a shirt, shorts, and socks. They washed their kit after every match. They washed their kit after every match.
Boots.
She laced up her football boots before the match. She laced up her football boots before the match. The boots had studs for better grip on the pitch. The boots had studs for better grip on the pitch. They bought new boots for the new season. They bought new boots for the new season.
Gym.
She went to the gym 3 times a week. She went to the gym 3 times a week. The gym was equipped with modern exercise machines. The gym was equipped with modern exercise machines. They joined the local gym to improve their fitness. They joined the local gym to improve their fitness.
Warm-up.
She did a warm-up before starting her workout. She did a warm-up before starting her workout. The warm-up included stretching and light jogging. The warm-up included stretching and light jogging. They always did a proper warm-up to prevent injuries. They always did a proper warm-up to prevent injuries.
Stretch.
She did stretches after her run to prevent muscle stiffness. She did stretches after her run to prevent muscle stiffness. The stretch helped improve her flexibility. The stretch helped improve her flexibility. They included stretches in their daily exercise routine. They included stretches in their daily exercise routine.
Injury.
She suffered an injury during the match and had to be substituted. She suffered an injury during the match and had to be substituted. The injury prevented her from playing for several weeks. The injury prevented her from playing for several weeks. They recovered from the injury with proper treatment and rest. They recovered from the injury with proper treatment and rest.
Substitute.
She came on as a substitute in the second half. She came on as a substitute in the second half. The substitute scored the winning goal. The substitute scored the winning goal. They made 3 substitutes during the match. They made 3 substitutes during the match.
Captain.
She was chosen as captain of the team. She was chosen as captain of the team. The captain led the team onto the pitch. The captain led the team onto the pitch. They respected the captain's leadership and decisions. They respected the captain's leadership and decisions.
Tactics.
She discussed tactics with the coach before the match. She discussed tactics with the coach before the match. The tactics worked well and helped them win. The tactics worked well and helped them win. They changed their tactics at half-time. They changed their tactics at half-time.
Strategy.
She developed a strategy to beat the stronger team. She developed a strategy to beat the stronger team. The strategy involved playing defensively and counterattacking. The strategy involved playing defensively and counterattacking. They reviewed their strategy after the match. They reviewed their strategy after the match.
Record.
She broke the world record in the 100-meter sprint. She broke the world record in the 100-meter sprint. The record had stood for over 10 years. The record had stood for over 10 years. They were proud to set a new record. They were proud to set a new record.
Personal best.
She achieved a personal best in the marathon. She achieved a personal best in the marathon. The personal best was an improvement of 2 minutes. The personal best was an improvement of 2 minutes. They were thrilled to beat their personal best. They were thrilled to beat their personal best.
Lap.
She completed the final lap of the race in record time. She completed the final lap of the race in record time. The lap was the fastest she had ever run. The lap was the fastest she had ever run. They counted each lap as they swam in the pool. They counted each lap as they swam in the pool.
Finish line.
She crossed the finish line first to win the race. She crossed the finish line first to win the race. The finish line was marked with a banner. The finish line was marked with a banner. They sprinted towards the finish line in the final meters. They sprinted towards the finish line in the final meters.
Starting line.
She stood at the starting line ready to begin the race. She stood at the starting line ready to begin the race. The starting line was marked with white paint. The starting line was marked with white paint. They lined up at the starting line before the race began. They lined up at the starting line before the race began.
Track.
She ran around the track during her training session. She ran around the track during her training session. The track was made of synthetic material. The track was made of synthetic material. They practiced on the track every morning. They practiced on the track every morning.
Field.
She played on the field with her teammates. She played on the field with her teammates. The field was in excellent condition for the match. The field was in excellent condition for the match. They maintained the field throughout the season. They maintained the field throughout the season.
Champion.
She became the champion after winning the final match. She became the champion after winning the final match. The champion defended their title successfully. The champion defended their title successfully. They were crowned champion at the awards ceremony. They were crowned champion at the awards ceremony.